Alright, time for a Vanguard recap because we actually have something to say. This episode we're talking about is 117 and end of 116 because it matters.
Well, are you sure you got that number right? Well, the point is...
Well, you just watched it, Elliot.
We just watched it, Elliot.
Not a minute ago.
About 116, just a quick recap. It's freaking Team IG decided to go see another high school, Rant, because they're in a high school tournament. Turns out they're going against the school of the Foo Fighters.
Possibly.
Yeah, well...
Now they're Asteroid.
Yeah, they went to school of Asteroid.
Team Asteroid.
It's subbed as Asteroid now.
And,
you can tell they're serious.
got in with the help of Tetsuya, still looking as old as always. And they get greeted by Asuka and Leon fighting.
Which,
There's fire everywhere.
Fire everywhere.
Dramatic fire.
Okay.
Yeah, he traded his wind for fire. And the thing about that episode, Leon wasn't a dick. I mean, he was done being possessed by Satan, so there's really nothing much to hate.
I mean, he
about.
doesn't.
Still
He's
rude,
still rude and doesn't
but-
really have any much else going for him other than existing.
Yeah.
Also, no karmatic justice.
Well,
Yep.
here's the thing. He almost lost to Farah.
Almost.
Almost.
But he didn't.
At
He's
least
a god of damage trigger.
At least he admitted that he was being lucky.
Yes, he hit the crit when he needed to hit the crit, and that's that.
But that's not what we're here to talk
Why is
about,
Leon
is it?
suddenly a good character?
He just
Are we
still
just
got
gonna
some
pretend
way
that
to go.
season 2 didn't happen?
Well, yeah,
Just
I mean,
like-
that's
it's
the
just like
idea.
Yeah, well, yeah, they're pretending, but
They don't even
It's
want
like, sure, you
to
killed me, but I
acknowledge
came
it
back
half
and
the
got
time.
better. It's whatever.
but anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about the end.
Where
of it.
Sailor Idol Yutsuhiko showed up.
And wherein Naoki is... What the hell, dude? You don't belong in that outfit.
Okay.
Episode 117.
and what did Suika say in response?
I'm going to put you in bondage and punish you.
No, let's see.
I think it was on lines
no.
of, I'm going to fuck you like a dog.
No.
All we know is that
It's
she's
like-
apparently into BDSM.
Oh, you're too funny. I think you made you my bad.
You see,
Yes, that was it.
I was like, I'm waiting for one of you guys to say it before I had to say it, because it's like, if you just keep saying that doesn't give any context to what she said.
And she had the crazy eyes.
Yeah, and she had crazy eyes when she said it.
I thought next episode she was going to have a personality. Nope.
Nope.
Still the stuck up.
She's exactly like she was when she fought Kamui.
Yeah, you're
So-
not good at this game. Why?
Now watch me nag myself by 3.
Yeah.
Alright,
Anyway,
so,
yeah. Let's go to 117 now.
so we've pretty much learned that her character development is not that she's the laid back relaxed one, she's the uptight, bitchy, I'm so better than you but I'm really not type. Who's into BDSM.
She still doesn't know how to build Shamsu.
Yeah, that's the main reason we're talking about this
Her deck
episode.
got worse since the
Mistake
last
number
time we
1.
saw it.
Mistake number 1, Tech Maroons. Mistake number 2, using Remiel. Mistake number 3, using the grade 2 that only works when you have Remiel as your Vanguard.
Oh, well, yeah, in that deck.
Yeah,
And just using Turiel at all. What the hell? It didn't even matter there. Just like it didn't last time. What is with you? Hey, stop!
all she needed to do was just grab the Orion rank, call it, swing with limit break, and into a 16 rear guard column with a 38k center line with the
Has the
Baruch.
null, oh well, he can't block the crit either way because he only had 3 cards.
One of them being a grade 3 that she saw, and at most he could only guard for 36.
It's like,
Yeah. Well, it wasn't like all Naki's fault. I mean, he was using Armor Break Dragon.
it's totally his fault. Why would he pick such a bad card?
Why would he still use spams?
Well, there's that, but in this case, that thing is blatantly worse than Vermilion. What are you doing?
It's even worse than Gauntlet.
Maybe he couldn't afford Vermilion.
Well, see, he still had a perfectly good card.
Besides, he's in Japan where like they have the eradicators now, right? Or not
Yeah.
yet?
Well, yeah.
That's what he was
That's what he's
playing.
using.
Oh yeah, duh. Okay, so Vermilion should have gone down in price.
Logic.
Thing. All he needed was to switch out those stands for crits, make everything Eradicator crits, the trigs.
No.
And maybe get like 4 descendants.
They have to ram home the fact that he's bad, which they won't stop throwing at us.
And it's,
Like, we get it.
You get it.
We can see it.
Stop making him lose every single time he plays. Because there's a difference between being bad and being Shingo.
Stop being season 2.
He's not even like Aichi levels of bad either. Like newbie Aichi. He's-
I've come to the
Yeah,
conclusion
yes.
that Naoki is my spirit animal.
Is that even me?
Context, lady. We need context.
He loses a lot. He's not that bad, but he's bad. He's me.
Wasn't
And he
it-
plays Narukami.
Yeah.
But you play Belmoon.
Well, I play Family and Narukami.
But yeah, that's the thing. It's like they were ramming it into our heads in the first few episodes that even though he's not like perfect at the game, he's at the very least competent enough to get how to play it and do a decent job at it. Even Kai acknowledged it.
Like, so we don't need more of this railing him into the ground stuff.
Yeah, because that just makes him look
Especially
like
when most of his losses are just narrow anyway.
When Naoki stops losing, I will stop losing.
yeah, because this just makes him look like he's got this. It's just that he gets screwed out of it, either by just barely being able to do it or just not just the opponent getting the trigger that
He got
kills him.
destroyed by Mai. Oh my god. But
Yeah, that was enough to tell us that he was bad. We didn't need this one
that's
to do
beside
that.
the point.
But yeah, that's the point. The point is, we get it. He's bad. Show him actually winning once in a while.
Just make him play Shape Receive.
We're like,
He probably
how many
will,
episodes
so-
are we into this series now?
13 because
Yeah.
It started at 105.
We need
Oh yeah,
training
we're
arc.
like,
And another beach
That's what this
episode.
whole thing has been, though.
yeah, it's been a training arc.
Well, it needs to go to the beach, then it'll get better.
Yep, beach
I
episode.
don't think they can do that yet. If they shoehorn it in here, though, I'm gonna be surprised.
No, it has to be bathhouse episode because they already did the beach.
You know
Okay.
what? They don't have a bath episode yet. They could do
Summer
that.
break.
Exactly.
Either Summer Break or Golden Week. We'll do it.
Golden Week bathhouse episode. Yes.
But yeah, that's how that goes.
Shingo being tolerable?
Yeah, that's another thing too. It's apparently Aichi, Misaki, and Gorian have gone back to this early season 1 assholishness where they're just kind of dicks.
Well,
No. Naoki is there bowing and apologizing because of his acknowledgement that he lost and keeps losing so much. And
Usually, Aishi would be the one to jump on this, go, bro, it's just a game, calm down. But no,
they just stare at him the
like,
whole time.
They're just going, dude. Really?
They're just
I don't
looking
know
at him.
if they're just bewildered. The point is,
When
when Shingo's the one that
Yeah.
steps in and tries to make him feel better,
You
you
know
know
you-
something's wrong.
You know you're scripting wrong.
They have a reluctant romance.
They do.
Oh, yeah, they do. But that's the thing, though. It's like usually he's the last one to, try to motivate him in any way. In fact, a few episodes ago, he was specifically trying to kick him down out of the club by showing how bad he is.
They're slowly
And yet
bonding
he's the
together.
one
Yeah.
who went in there and actually gave him the motivation to not give up.
No, he's gonna have a trip eventually, because that's how this writing works.
Yeah.
So much odd romance in this season.
Yeah,
There's a lot of that
between
stuff going on.
pairs that are like completely off the wall, even.
Saki Akari OTP.
Especially freaking the Suiko Naoki thing. Not so much from Naoki's side. We don't really know
People want
what
that.
he's doing. I'm sure they do, mostly because it's what Suiko's doing. Seriously.
This
Oh, yeah.
still never explained what the heck his fascination with her outfit was anyway.
Just that he
It's
didn't
just
want
that
her in
apparently
it.
he didn't find her fitting in that outfit.
I don't know if he was trying to flirt with her or insult her.
Yeah, it's just kid. Stop.
He's-
I like the first 15 seconds. Oh, I guess your suit is the only thing cuter about you. Everyone's like,
Yes.
No, literally.
No,
everyone's just
everyone in
sitting
the
there
show
with
just mouth agape.
including the Brilliant Stars. I forgot if they showed Leon.
No, they didn't show Leon.
I don't know why are the Brilliant Stars. Well,
Because Leon didn't show up until
understand-
the last 5 minutes.
Okay, I understand why the Brilliant Stars are there. It's an asteroid headquarters, but still, we forgot you guys existed.
I
There
didn't
to have
remember.
no
I guess they
surprise.
couldn't
Remember,
be on flabbergasted.
Pink hair one.
Yeah.
You remember me, like best loser in this game. He's like, I lost. Oh well, it's just a game. The other guys will take care of
I
it.
look sexy, dude.
I still look sexy about it, so
lost.
I'm fine.
Shit, I'm fabulous.
So I'm out of here. It was awesome.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
You.
I'm out.
Yeah, he's great.
So
But,
after Naoki ends up getting refired up while racing Shingo around the building, guess who decides to show up with his ponytail?
And his new deck that he's been looking for.
You mean the Revengers?
Dun, dun,
Oh
dun,
no,
dun,
it's a Shadow Paladin deck. So,
I've never seen this before.
Wait a minute. So, are Shadow Paladins just evil, period? Is he offended by them? Is he just sort of surprised to
Well-
see them again? What's going on here?
Oh yes, he's offended to see them because he thought he killed them when he almost abandoned his royal paladins.
Bitch, I thought I killed you.
Shadow Paladins? Why are you using that? I thought you used gold
Because
Paladins the whole
because
time, Ren.
because remember, Kai proved this. There, he could have just made 2 decks
Yeah.
and no problem. Aichi decided instead to whine and claim that he could only use 1, and that means he was contemplating getting rid of 1 of the decks.
Man, I just made a gold paladin royal paladin hybrid deck yesterday. if you would stick with your armor, it'd be fine.
But yeah, but think about it. Well, during that whole thing, he never once mentioned the Shadow Paladins.
Nope.
So he apparently didn't mind losing them.
No. Forgot all about him. Lots of blaster dart.
Took out Classic Arcs MLB.
Even though it totally didn't help you or anything.
I just had a realization. Going off of the Metal Gear Solid thing.
Yeah.
Gold Paladins are Solid Snake, Royal Paladins are Liquid Snake, and Shadow Paladins are Solidus. No one remembers he exists.
Exactly.
Oh god, not even Rant, because it's been a while since I found a deck that clicked with me like this.
Yeah.
But you already remembered that they
Yeah,
existed.
because
Maybe it took him 9 months to build it.
I just can't find the last perfect card. Oh my god.
Well, I guess I'll go store, and then his cat distracts him.
You
He's like,
know,
sorry
Although-
about that. I was playing with my cat. And I just fell
although if
asleep,
they are an
so I took a nap
archetype,
with him.
he might just been referring to that.
Oh yeah.
Cat is just his code word for Asuka.
No, I was still
Maybe.
with him.
Yeah, oh yeah, that part.
Unfortunately.
I forgot about that.
wow.
Oh yeah, that.
Ren trolling. Oh, Suiko, your coffee's as good as ever. And Asuka is just sitting there going,
Just in the corner, like, what the hell?
That is my man.
Yeah,
I'll go get it for you. Nah, I'll take this.
she was so hurt.
But you always drink my coffee. Your coffee doesn't satisfy me anymore.
I don't know if he's being.
There's coffee right in my hands.
He has to be doing it on purpose, right?
I think he just likes seeing her freak out.
Like,
Oh, I can understand that. It is
he
Asuka
likes
we're talking
the
about.
free- He likes the free giggity, but
Free
that's
giggity.
all he wants.
Free giggity. Good way to put it. Oh,
Clearly, he doesn't want that attachment.
apparently not, because he like almost just really avoids her for the most part.
Maybe he just wants to claim every blue woman in the world, like just once. Like he must have sex.
Maybe
with them all
he just
at
wants all the
Starting
blue hair.
with IG.
Yes.
Well, yeah, yeah.
Did start with Aichi.
So he
Yeah.
went from icy to her, and now I said icy.
No, he went from IG
To Asuka, because she was the only one there. And then,
to IG to Leon to Joker X. I'm pretty sure I'm missing someone really important.
Ren gets all the poon.
Yeah.
Oh, Misaki, right before Joker X. That was
oh yeah, Misaki or Misi or whatever you want to call it.
What's up?
How's it going?
Come on, play with us. I'll ask nicely.
Oh, that's
Also-
nice.
Going completely completely off topic. I just want to bring this up before it becomes completely irrelevant. Whenever they're at this headquarters place, they use this one fire effect non-stop.
Yeah, even if it doesn't make sense, fire.
Like,
It just measures how good they are.
116, okay, dramatic effect. I kind of get it, even though it's obnoxious. 17, it's just there. What is it
All
doing?
times.
Stop.
But it was in season 1 too.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, but when it showed up in season 1, it was when the end showed up. It
made
made sense to be there because a super fire dragon with rail guns and
Maybe
swords
it's because
has
no one managed to
appeared.
get to Kai's level. And if
Yeah.
high level fire.
Apparently, because the next time we see it, it's a water dragon fighting a harpy.
Farah, as strong as Dragonic Overlord at the end.
And then a lightning dragon fighting an angel with heart hair. These do
Before
not.
that,
These do not portray fire to me.
right before that, an angel with keyblades.
I
Oh yeah,
got
the
it.
Keyblade one.
There's jets built into the floor. It has nothing to do with the carts fights. They just have pyrotech on site who just is testing the system every time they fight.
Well, it is Ren's grand design.
It is maybe.
Why is it bad to have
It made
fire
sense
jets
at
in
the
the
time.
floor?
You see. That's why it just made sense at the time.
What, your stadium doesn't have fire jets in the floor?
Yeah, no, it was just
Oh,
overall way
it's-
more amusing than it should have been.
Yeah, it's just because it was there, and I don't know why.
And next week, even though there's no hint of it in the episode preview, we're getting some Daigo.
Revengers,
Yeah, well, very
Revengers
soon,
and
if not next
Daigos.
episode.
Really
Next
great.
episode's about to play.
And before we move
Apparently,
on,
Misaki's playing the damsel in distress, and now he's playing Godzilla.
before we move on,
Like,
do we want to? Is there anything you want to say about the dubbed episodes that came out last week? Just since we're
Oh
on the
god, what
topic.
happened in those?
I guess that means no, because
oh wait, that was Q4 versus Ultra Rare, wasn't it? So
Yeah.
no,
yeah, there's just
absolutely not.
yeah. There's only one thing we can kind of say about
Guys,
that.
we don't know
It's-
what's wrong with us. Okay, we'll randomly win and get a cross ride. Problem solved.
Yep.
Season 2.
And of course, each one of them was bitchy, and for no reason too, for certain cases.
Well, Corin was already bitchy.
But she was like, but no, it's like with the dub, she was like extra bitchy for no reason.
I didn't watch
It's
it
like,
because I
why?
something happened.
I didn't even know you watched the dub.
Oh, depends on the episodes.
Oh, I watch all of them.
But yeah, it's like, it's just,
Give up! No!
give up. No, fine. Here's a card.
I just love how
Done.
IG afterwards was like, I think Corin's mad at me.
Don't take it personally, bro.
I just want to know why she got mad at him. It was like before, it was like, I actually kind of am rooting for you. Here's a card. And then later on, I freaking hate your guts. Go die in a pit. No. Oh my god.
Well, maybe it was just gold palladining wrong.
Season 2, go away. All right, now we can move on to the next thing we're going to talk about, and that's sets.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
We did get some new
Remember,
news of things.
We were talking about the evolution of booster sets. Booster 1, if you didn't get Barkall or anything Royal Paladin or CEO, you suck. Booster 2, if you didn't get Soul Saver or Tom, you suck. Booster 3, you needed Suku or Palamedes.
Well, a lot of things were.
Yeah, pretty much up to set 5. It's like if you didn't get the good stuff, you didn't much of a profit. If not, you wouldn't just play the other cheap deck. And then booster, up until like booster 8, it started getting more balanced with Agua Force and just like pretty cards are there. Booster 9 is, why aren't you buying this set? Booster 10 is,
And why did you buy the
why'd you
previous
buy
set?
Booster 9? Booster 11 is like, why aren't you buying this?
Yeah, they're doing a bang up job actually spreading around the fun stuff. And actually making an impact.
Not
We didn't
making
really
great
talk much
neutral
about
players.
11, so we should probably start talking about it
Dauntless
here.
Drive Dragon, the only break ride you're going to use aside from Dragger.
The only break ride that matters.
Japan doesn't even use Valiant Sword. They don't even use Ganslot. They go with 4 Alfred.
But I love Vowing Sword.
Well, some of them tech some, but I'm going to theorize that's because they couldn't afford full sets of the other ones.
We know what all the triple rares are going to be.
Well, more or less.
Well, it's not really a recap unless you tell us what they are. So
went from the top. We had Angel Feather, so we had Zorakiel and Ramiel. Ramiel, whatever they want to call her.
Remiel.
A pretty solid grade 3 since it spreads power around everywhere, and the worst break ride ever. Okay, it's slightly better than Ashley, just because it does in-theme things.
It does something, as opposed to crying against snow guards.
After them, we had what was it, Blank Spot?
Yeah, and I think that was
A
supposed to be
Blank
Fortuna.
Spot, that's probably going to be Fortuna. We don't know what she does
Because
because they like saving their Genesis spoilers.
I guess you could say, oh, Fortuna.
Well, yeah, here's the thing. We're we saw the most of the list on the wiki is wait, isn't there supposed to be Genesis somewhere?
Yeah.
There might get
There
4
goes.
cards at best.
They better get Spock soon.
After that was the Kagero, Dauntless Drive Dragon, and Burning Hell Seal Dragon, Blockade Inferno.
Yeah, Blockade Inferno is a beast.
I've tried making Dauntless Inferno. You can still win if you don't Dauntless Inferno.
So yeah, counterblast 2 Seal Dragons, retire all their grade 2s and gain 10k. It's pretty good.
So if you break out in Dauntless, it's 31,000 by itself.
Yeah, and Dauntless lets you drop 3 to stand, 3 Kagero once after it attacks. So
It's not as silly as Goat.
I don't know. I think it's more silly than Dote. But
Well, Goat can do it this time.
slow-ish deck, so it's not much of a problem.
Pretty much vanilla.
Dragon Empire.
Tachikaze. Well, Tachikaze doesn't exist for rare.
Tachi don't get triple now.
And then.
As far as we know, Transcore and Revan.
Yeah. Transcore being the break ride of plus 10k.
Plus
and the Vanguard
10.
gains a skill. You can't block this attack.
Unless,
You discard a card.
and if you don't,
It gains additional critical.
yeah. Which is well, okay. I'm going to discard a card and let you through. Why? Why would they do this?
Paired up with Glory Maelstrom. Dear God.
And then Revan is well.
He's more stand focused.
Yeah, because he has to attack when all of your. Well, you need to have 3 Aquaforce in the front row at rest. And then his limit break triggers for +1 crit. And
plus
+3
3K.
power. Otherwise, he can counterblast 1 for +2.
Yeah.
It's
So,
really weird.
with-
I mean, it's kind of like Maelstrom in that you gotta basically play full stand or it's not gonna work.
16 stands.
But in this case, it actually kills them if it hits, whereas Maelstrom just makes them suffer a lot.
Yeah, pretty much 16 stands, all of them machine.
Mass-produced sailor.
Yeah. It says you can have up to 16 copies of this stand trigger.
And make that glorious
And gets-
hybrid deck too
It
while
gets
you're at it with the
additional
grapplers.
plus 1,000 for every other copy of itself on the field.
What was the deck again? Just Dancing Wolf?
Dancing Wolf with Genovius.
Oh, that's right.
But I think they revised that translation to say stand all your Aquaforce.
Oh, did they?
All your Aquaforce mirrors. So,
Maybe Hushiro doesn't want us to have fun ever.
Unfortunately.
No hybrid for you!
it's
And then we
fine.
had a bunch of new nulls, as is the stock standard now, because archetype nulls are a thing.
For Angel Feathers, there isn't any special counterblast, but you can call the Celestial Null with the starting Vanguard.
Yeah, but
That's pretty much the only use to get them.
Tachi get. Oh my god.
Tachi is
They have
awesome.
one of the best break rides in the game at the moment.
Spino Driver being plus 10k. Well, first you have to pay a cost of retiring 2 Ritachikaze rear cards. If you do so, you can draw 2 cards and gets plus 10,000
No,
power.
it's not a cost. You have to do that.
Okay. In order to do it, yeah, you get your 100 cards, they have plus 10k, and additional critical.
Which is, oh my god, because
And
that's effectively a +1 if
Any-
you retire the right things.
Any dragon eggs or scout arrows in the field.
Guano cork.
Oh yeah. And then the thing that's paired up with it,
Self-reviving 7K grade 1. Awesome.
paired up with it was like Tyranno Legend.
Or you can just play Dark Rex like a normal person.
Oh yeah, I did 4 Spinal Driver, 4 Battle Rex, which is it Limit Break?
Yeah, Limit Break drive check a grade 3, retire 1, gain 10K.
The best way to break a 2-pass.
It's so weird.
And with 2 Dark Rex. So not only do I break right to a Battle Rex with air pressure, I'm going to write Dark Rex over that just because I can.
So Tachikaze have suddenly become awesome.
Tachikaze was already awesome.
And their new first Vanguard lets you search for the 11K grade 3 Tyranno Legend when it dies.
Ed Superior calls it. Boom! So you blow that up with the Vanguard Tyranno Legend skill to get another attack.
Or you can just blow it up on turn 2 or so. Because they've got like these 7K and 9K dies that retire 1 to gain 5K. And they also have their K and Bedivere clones, so they get in there really quick. It's kind of scary.
And speaking of Genovius, it's the first Artemis style ride chain where you need the grade 1 in Soul for the grade 2 to do something.
Yes, and instead of doing something more generic, it's a Persona Blast skill on the grade 3. Which is interesting.
Interesting.
Counterblast 2, drop a copy of Genovius, stand all your Aqua Force rears, which
Whether-
is devastating.
Whether your attack hits or not.
Yeah, it doesn't matter,
And-
and your opponent doesn't get to know if you have it.
And what's even crazier is pretty much that deck, people have tried it out, it's really good.
Basically the end.
No triple rares,
Yeah,
unless you're using Benedict.
Well, I gotta wait for my Aqua Force now.
We still don't know when we're gonna get Benedict.
Yeah. If not, you could play like Tech. Oh, well, actually, Tech Glories. Those are the only triple rares.
Glory works in there too because it's a full critical deck.
Mm.
What else would you do?
Yeah, I guess use your Executioner clones for the time being.
Not sure for that.
But with that one, use Brave Shooters. So if the grade 0 does slide out, make it a thing.
The Angel Feather Celestials are kind of boring.
Yeah.
They do the whole toolboxy thing to an extent, but for the most part, they just sit there once they get their Zerakiel in the damage zone and just be big.
And they have an 8K grade 2 that's a rare. It says Counterblast 1, win.
Basically, you
Which
add
is-
any Angel Feather from your deck to your damage zone, and then
Choose a face
throw
up.
a face-up Angel Feather in the damage zone to the drop. So you have to have 2 face-up damage to use it, but you get anything you need in there, so it's really, really good. And it works with any Angel Feather deck, so it's definitely something to look forward to.
I was thinking of trying to do it with only 4 Zerakiel because, 4 love machine guns. Angel Feather with Great Researcher.
Ancient Dragons are just Tachi Redux. The Seal Dragons are a very funky
The
Kagura.
only Steel Dragons that have the skill is Blockade Inferno and Corduroy. Corduroy essentially giving Vanguard trap
And
cards.
Terracloth, but you don't use it because Conroe is still better.
Oh
Because
yeah.
they've got this weird theme where they jam your opponent's field filled with grade 2s and then you kill them all.
Yeah. Corduroy being silly because
Oh god, Corduroy. Well, okay, first of all,
you retire, counterblast
retire-
once your dragon if you have a Cargo Vanguard.
yeah, retire 1, then your opponent looks at their top 4, may look at their top 4, and call a grade 2 and then shuffle it back. Which is, it can kind of be dangerous depending on what you're playing against, because if they get an on-call skill in there,
Which-
oops.
It's like, alright, I'm gonna kill your Spring Breeze, alright? I call up your shooter. Here call Palinor.
I ride on your turn. But no, the best example someone came up with was
Oh, with Bowing Sword as a Vanguard, or?
no. You nuke something, and then they superior call either a Death Scythe
Oh, that's, yeah.
or a Cho, Retire a rear
cam
guard,
brake.
and then use their first Vanguard skill to superior ride Sweep Commando.
And if you have Wowing Sword, it gets additional 10,000 power, so he's 21,000 on the field.
And he can maybe use his limit break even.
Yep.
So, like, oh my god, what just happened? Lack of during your turn in skills kind of makes things weird.
Yeah. And yeah, with that play, you have a 26,000 defense.
For a turn. Oh, well, I guess I shouldn't have played that.
Yeah. Kotor is a good card. Really cost efficient. It's just that you got to be careful.
Just be careful.
Snipe off the starting Vanguard.
Speaking of the new Narukami,
Oh.
Sweep Commando is kind of cool.
Okay, here's the thing. It's like, hey, make Narukami good. No, we need more Gold Paladins. Make Narukami good. No, more Gold Paladins. Make it good. Fine, we'll give it Sublime. Make it good. All right, we'll make Eradicators. Stop making it so good. All right, more Eradicators.
Commando, he's 11 as is usual. When you ride it, you can move an Eradicator rear guard in to retire something in the front row. He also has a limit break where if any of your card effects retires an opponent's unit, you can Counterblast 2, Soul Blast 2, retire something in the front row and draw a card.
And gains 5,000 power.
Yes. So if you ride that on a limit break turn, you effectively get a Vermilion Thunderbolt with more leeway.
And still more crazy rares, like with the Celestial, there's a 6k grade 1 that's probably going to be rare if not common, that gave 3,000 power to Rakels and damage. And during Limit Break, there's a 12k booster anywhere.
They have a 7k grade 1 that gains 3k if you retired something.
With Spark,
With a 10k booster, what the hell?
13k if you're doing it right, so 25k column with Spark Rain. Hey, Cookie, I'm going to rape you.
And they have this funny little first Vanguard that if you retire something, you can move him into the Soul and look at your top 10 cards for the Sweep Commando Dragon and superior ride it.
If you have a grade 3 Eradicator Vanguard.
Right. So,
There's this one promo called Sparkhorn Dragon.
yeah, which lets you retire one of your opponent's choice on hit. And that can trigger that.
Yeah.
Alternatively, there's also Susei from the trial deck, which wasn't very useful before, but now it kind of is. Because if he hits, you retire something in the front row, and that'll trigger your first
If
Thunder
not,
Jacob kid.
they'll force you to intercept if you don't really want it to happen, and you're going to have to replace those units.
And that deck can play whatever it wants, because there are no special counterblasts at all.
Nope.
So you can play your Red Rivers just fine, and whatever, selection of 10Ks, Death Size, whatever you want.
Screw Demolition because, well, we were just talking earlier, it's Demolition for essentially winning.
Stuff's really good, and it's getting a bit over the top.
So many things may end up getting hit next year for the list.
Who knows? Was that everyone in the set that we know of so far?
It better be. This has been a long video.
We still have another 2 things to talk about, at least off the top of my head.
Well, yeah,
Should
the
we
only thing
maybe
we have to
pause it?
think about is just Genesis.
Genesis, yeah, we're waiting on that, even though it's probably just going to be like 4 cards. And yeah.
As long as it's a support for my Artemis Mega Blast deck.
I have a feeling Fortuna is going to be a Mega Blaster on par with CEO.
Just automatically draw up to 5 cards.
No, it would be more like Soul Blast and CEO check again.
Oh, okay.
Something interesting like that. She has to manipulate fate. Otherwise, she's not worthy of her name.
Well, I think that's all we have to say for the Booster 11 then.
Booster 11 is so good.
All right, we're going to stop this video at the moment. We'll talk about the other things in a separate video. So bye for now, everybody.
Bye-bye.